Alrighty guys, so I'm actually going today. So me and Big Red are down here on the trail. This is our second day now of cutting up trees. I just ran the saw out of fuel, so I gotta make a run home now to get more fuel. I filled it up before coming here. Problem is that my chain is so shitty that it takes forever to cut through a big log. So I sharpened that chain before before I had even started using the saw. So I don't know, probably either needs a new sharpening again. It really needs to be sent into a pro and have them check the chain and see if the chain is damaged in some way that it's not letting it. Because I still cut on an angle, it's not cutting straight like it used to, so I don't know. I just figure as long as I get the job done, I don't really care how the logs look. I'm not going for a professional look anyway. I just want shit off my trails so I can drive on them. But my chain also likes to smoke when it gets really extremely hot, so I don't know if that's a sign of the oiler. I turned the oiler down. I thought maybe that was the issue, because I had it cranked up for a while there because I thought it wasn't putting enough out. It's putting out more than enough now because the side of my saw is all full of shit. So I turned the oiler back down. I don't think it's quite enough because I want to do about maybe two or three turns at a time. So yeah, and I see that my chain's getting loose. I think it's stretching because of the heat. This tree's been dead for a couple of years. It's just that it's not rotted, so it's still thick inside. I like it when they're rotted on the inside, because then the saw just goes right through them no matter what. I was just about through this cut, and then my saw started spitting and sputtering, and then just died. So I'm out of fuel. There's a little bit left in there, but unfortunately the fuel filter can't get to it, or the fuel pickup line can't get to it. So I guess I'll be making a run home. So I can almost break that, but this board's so damn big and heavy. Big and heavy in one big piece. You know, I can't do anything with it by myself. So this is the second tree I'm working on. I just got this big, this right here I'm cutting up so I can push it off to the side. I was almost through it too, like I had probably like another inch or two to go. And then the saw quit. So I've been working my saw pretty hard, and then over there I had a tree down. And then behind that, or this way behind it, there was a brush pile behind it, so I had to cut my way through all that and clean it out. Yeah, this chain's still hot. Plans are sometime this year, can't say it'll be anytime soon this year. We're gonna open the trail up enough, obviously, so we can get through it. And then if I clean up the ends, I'm not saying it's gonna probably happen, but because there's only a turnaround point over there towards the bridge, and then there's, you know, a couple down this way I can go through. Plans are to open this back up, and I'm going to cultivate this trail under. I'm not going to go until there's this pitch black dirt here, but enough that there's not weeds here. I think the cultivator could do it, and I'll just pull behind Big Red, obviously. Just enough to, you know, work the weeds up or under, so you know, you can drive through this okay. You know, not even sure if I'll get to it this year or not, but that's the plans anyway. I'm not gonna go crazy on it. It's just enough so I can see where to drive. Because now I can see where to drive because the grass isn't up enough yet. It's coming up, and I haven't driven over there and this part of the trail for about 2 years because this tree's been laying across here, and there was no way for me to sneak Big Red around it. And I shouldn't have to do that anyway. I should be able to, you know, drive right through here. But this tree stopped me a couple years ago, and then I didn't have time. I just didn't feel like cutting it up, so I left it. And then a couple years later, last year, that tree over there fell down. And then, of course, then the flood came up this year and then made another mess. So, yeah. I did make a video yesterday on the GoPro, but it ended up being almost an 1 hour video, so I figured I'm not going to bother really. Looks like I'm going to have to sharpen my chain and probably tighten it some more again. Looks like she's come loose on me. But, I need to have that chain professionally looked at, because the way I sharpen it, it's not ideal. It's obviously not working. Because I do it to the way they say to do it, you know, but I guess I'm still doing something wrong, or the chain's just beyond sharpening now. I don't know, the chain's pretty damaged. Doesn't help when you accidentally hit, you know, chunks of concrete. That pretty much destroys your chain. I need to, I think I can order chain on eBay. Won't be steel chain. I probably could find steel chain there. But you somehow have to try to find either a chain that would fit the 16-inch bar, that would fit this style of bar, or I'm going to have to get like a big 100-foot roll of it and somehow try to put a master link in it to keep it together. I think this one has a master link in it too somewhere. I don't know where. Obviously, I've never torn my chain apart. Never had to. But now you can see it's still kind of hot. But there's a lot of stretch down below. There shouldn't be that amount of stretch. There should be some stretch, but not quite that much. So I think, you know, the chain might pull itself tight again once it cools off. But other than that, I don't know. I'm just gonna probably go back home, refuel, and resharpen the chain again. You see, really all I'm throwing out right now is just powdered shit. So usually that's a sign of a dull chain. Well, I sharpened it a few days ago, or actually about a week ago. I used the saw about a week ago at my place to trim some branches and whatnot at my place. So I don't know what's over there yet because I haven't been that far. I'm just going to take one tree at a time and eventually get through it. There goes FedEx. I'm just about done. I mean, I only have that like inch to go, but just had to ruin it and run out of fuel. I mean, I don't carry fuel with me because it usually doesn't take a full tank to cut up a tree. Now, mind you, this is a pretty big tree. It's basically maxing out the length of my bar. But the problem is that the chain went dull and it's all fucked up to begin with anyway. So I need to get a new chain. It's just easier to get new chains all the time than it is to, especially when you hit a piece of concrete. I won't be doing that again, hopefully, but I don't know. I need chain, because this chain here is safety chain, so it has a green label on it, so meaning, and of course the bar is green too. That's more of like a safety chain or a low kickback chain. You can get chains that are, you know, non-kickback, you know, they're hardcore chains. They will rip into wood. But I figured that was good for me because I was a beginner at it, was new at it. So I wanted the safety features, and plus that's what was on it anyway. Which is fine. The bar's pretty total too. There's no paint left on my bar. But fuck it. I didn't buy it to look pretty. I bought it to use it. So, but yeah, there is a lot of slop in that chain. That shouldn't be like that. So, yeah, I'll have to go through this again and I guess resharpen it, because it should be throwing out large chunks. And I believe they said too that if you have to fight it, like if you have to push the saw in the cut, it's not a good sharpened chain then. Well, I'm doing a lot of pushing and pulling to get the saw to cut. They say that you're supposed to just let the saw do the work. You're supposed to just hold it to keep it in place, you know. You're not supposed to push it or pull it or whatever, you know. What I'm forcing it to cut. That's what I'm doing right now, because the chain's apparently has dulled up quite a bit now, but I think it's destroyed too, the chain. I think I just need to get a new one, or you know, have it professionally looked at. When my sister was here a few years ago when I bought this saw, well, it was professionally sharpened, obviously, you know, from the factory. But you know what? That sharpened chain lasted about a week and a half. And then I took it in to have it professionally sharpened. I took it in once to have it, because we were going up there anyway, up to the city. So I figured, well, I might as well take my chain with, let them professionally sharpen it. And kind of ever since then, it hasn't been really exactly right. It only lasted about 2 days and it was dull again. So I don't know what they do at the factory to make these things last almost a week. But when you take it somewhere to have them sharpen it, obviously like your steel dealer, they don't do it professionally. They just half-ass it like I do, apparently. Because when I sharpen it, I get about 2-3 days out of a sharpened chain. But even then, it's still kind of shitty. It doesn't cut professionally. I like it when it throws out large chunks. That's a good sign of a professionally sharpened chain. You know, it's all, you know. So I guess I'm going to be done then for today. Well, for now, I'm going to come back later this afternoon and finish that. But this saw is going to need some maintenance, I guess. Okay, the chain is super loose. The chain's cooled off now, but there's still lots of play in it. And I ran out of fuel. So there's no point in carrying fuel with you if your chain's not going to sharpen very well. Of course, they always say to carry all those things with you, you know, when you're out in the field cutting. Well, I'm not that far from home, so I can just drive home and get more fuel. Yeah, it's going to take time out of my day, but I'm not that far from home. Now, if I was a mile from home, I would be carrying all my stuff with me. But since I'm literally, well, I'm at the farm right now, and the farm is about 2-3 blocks from my house. Less than 5, not even that. Well, depending on how fast you drive, less than 5 minutes I could be there. You know, probably less than 2 minutes I could be there early, but whatever. So I guess, yeah, the river is, obviously it's gone down quite a bit. She's not at her flood stages anymore. Obviously the flood disappeared a long time ago, but it's still heading north. But, yeah, I would have been almost done too here. I don't know if there's any more trees down that way or not, to the north of the trail. I'm not going to know until I get down there. But I want to be done with this tree today. That's the goal. I'm done with it basically now. I just got that inch to go, and then I'm pushing all that stuff off the side, and then I'm done. Because I'm not going to cut any more of this. I'll show you. Where is it? Yeah, this here. I'm not cutting any more of that. It's plenty off the trail, so I'm not going to worry about it. So, yeah, I'm a little pissed off I ran out of fuel, but it was full when I filled it up before I left, so that's always the thing I do in the morning. So I fill it up and put more bar and chain oil in it. And the chain was tight when I left. I obviously there's tons of play in it now, so guess I'll have to sharpen the bitch back up and tighten her back up. But you know, it's getting a good workout down here. It's getting plenty of a workout down here. This tree's, I've taken out way bigger trees obviously, but here is the first big tree for 2018 that I've taken out. So, but yeah, And it looks like they've even on the North Dakota side, they cut themselves a road to go down here. So that's kind of neat. So I don't really have to do that because I can already get a good view of the river. So, but it is what it is, I guess. I guess I'll head home and do my damn maintenance to the saw, I guess. Since I didn't seem to make it very freaking far. But, and if you're wondering what the saw is, it's an MS290 Farm Boss. It used to say Farm Boss on the bar, but it's gone now. But yeah, I've had no problems with it. The chain's obviously a little dicked, but that's normal from using them. But yeah, I probably got to turn the oiler down a little bit more yet. Probably turn it down a couple more turns, and that's about it. So guys, I guess that's pretty much it then. I'll give you guys another update when I get all the way through, which will probably be maybe tonight. Because I'm probably going to, like I said, I got to do my maintenance to that, and that's probably going to take half an hour to an hour. I'm just going to, well, yeah, because I got to sharpen that frickin' chain again. But chain's probably smashed and destroyed anyway. I probably should order a new one. But I'd order this one that's already complete. That's already meant for a 16-inch bar instead of having to mash to link one back together. Because that's kind of stupid to have to do. But whatever. I can go through here now if I want to, but I'm not going to. I don't want to find another tree down and then I'm not ready for it, so screw it. I'll just, I guess, make my 90-point turnaround and then get the hell out of here. So yeah, I gotta put my safety guard back on. So that's what's going on down here. I'm just getting rid of some trees. And whatnot. Because there's not much else going on. Because we already did our gardening and everything. So that's pretty much well done now for 2018. We just have to let it grow. Let it grow and do its thing. So, nice and tight. But yeah, there's actually, I don't know, about 3 or 4 deer that I've seen down here today. They're down here somewhere. They don't like the fact that I came down here. They got a little ticked off, but of course they're scared, so they run. So, there's another tree I got to take out too. This little branch guy hanging here, he's starting to grow upwards. Take him out before he gets so damn huge that you got to spend a lifetime cutting him up. Now's the time to cut him down. So, I'll probably do that when I'm done here, I guess, if I don't forget. So, alrighty guys, I guess I'm going to take off. Just wanted to give you guys an update on what I've been doing. Let's just see what I'm doing. I'm just cutting some trees up, getting rid of them. It's all clean down there. Ready to go. So, we'll see what next year's flood does. I'm sure it'll knock over a couple more trees because these trees are starting to... I got more dead ones right here. But I hope that they fall into the river. But knowing since the river comes from the south, it'll most likely push them into our land. But a couple more years yet, and that'll probably still be standing. But whatever. Alrighty guys, I'm going to take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. Take her easy.